Fellas, Iran has launched a significant strike on Israel. Big time, like you've never seen before.
Life will become bitter for them, without doubt. They cannot think that they've hit us and it's over. No, they started this, and now they've launched a war. We will not let them get away with this large-scale crime. The forces of the Islamic Republic will deliver huge blows to the Zionist regime. My dear people should know that we have no shortcomings in delivering an answer to this.
The USA reject a plan to kill the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. That is the actual leader of Iran. What does that mean? So Israel wanted to unalive the man, and Donald Trump said, no, don't do that. We're gonna find out about this. What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for stopping by. Before we start, can you please do this? Can I ask you to do this, please? It's cost you nothing. It makes us feel appreciated. Please. Let's go. Iran has launched a significant attack on Israel on June 13th, marking a major escalation on the ongoing conflict between the two nations. This is crazy. I know you know about this. Israel attacked Iran, and Iran has struck back big time. The operation is named Operation True Promise 3. Iran fired about 150 ballistic missiles and more than 100 drones at Israeli military and civilian targets. Unlike what most people expected, Iran has struck back. The strike resulted in at least 21 Israeli fatalities and 490 injuries, with several individuals still missing. Iran also targeted Israeli energy infrastructure, including oil, refinery, and scientific institutions. So you would ask why they would do this? Why would they attack refineries and scientific institutions? Well, Israel did just that. They attacked nuclear plant and unalived many scientific researchers of Iran.
We've taken out top military commanders, senior nuclear scientists, the Islamic regime's most significant enrichment facility, and a large portion of its ballistic missile arsenal. More is on the way. The regime doesn't know what hit them. They don't know what will hit them.
This escalated very quickly, fellas, after Israel attacked Iran on June 13th, which involved the most extensive airstrike on Iran's nuclear military facilities. So this is one of the biggest attacks that Israel had done against Iran in many years. This strike reportedly killed several senior Iranian military leaders and scientists.
Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, a targeted military operation to roll back the Iranian threat to Israel's very survival. This operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat.
Now, how did Iran manage to attack Israel? We know Israel has got one of the best defensive systems in the world. It is called the Iron Dome. It's basically a system that allows Israel to block any attack or any missiles or any drone that dare to come to their airspace. It's very expensive and very effective. Now, how does Iran manage to attack Israel? What they do first is they shoot drones. Many drones. The drones, very cheap drones, advance. When the defense system is busy shooting down the drones, then they start shooting the big missiles. Now, something very interesting is happening here. These protective missiles of Israel are very expensive. Look at what's happening here. So Iran is shooting drones. These drones are called the Shahid 113. They cost about $20,000. These are the drones that are shot against Israel. And Israel's interceptors cost about $2 to $3 million. So for one missile to intercept a drone, it's $2-3 million for a $20,000 drone. You see who's losing. Then after using the drone to overwhelm the system, then they use the big missiles to enter the system. After this attack on Israel, there's been a massive explosion in Tehran's metro. Mosques and schools have been opened as a shelter against Israel's shock attack. So basically, Iranians are being asked to get into mosques, underground system, to go and hide against Israelis' attack. Now, Israel has expanded its targets, fellas. They're now hitting oil depots, missile sites, nuclear infrastructure, and at least 150 people had been unalive since this attack. And now they told Iranians that live next to military infrastructure, oil depot, nuclear plants, or any other facility like that to move away. Well, this is very similar to what was happening in Lebanon, where they told a lot of people leave go away and come back when we ask you to come back. Does this mean they're gonna go blend into this and completely destroying the entire city? Now, this is something very shocking here, fellas, okay? They say the US has rejected the plan to kill Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. That's crazy, isn't it? So that's like the leader of a country. You are trying to unalive the leader of a country who's beyond the president.
There's so many false reports of conversations that never happened, and I'm not going to get into that, but I can tell you, I think that we do what we need to do. We'll do what we need to do. And I think the United States knows what is good for the United States, and I'm just not going to get it.
And apparently, this is a leaked information from the United States of America that Donald Trump vetoed that targeting of this person. Trump rejected Israel's proposal to assassinate Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Now, we have big questions here. Number one, how is this information leaked? Is it leaked by mistake? Is it leaked purposely? What would be the goal if the information was leaked purposely? Well, number one, a possibility of making Iran know that America is actually behind this, even though they're not intervening directly. Number two, a possibility to make Iran know that we have the ability to unalive your supreme leader. You better come back to the negotiating table. Number three, showing perhaps that Donald Trump is the one who's trying to keep things under control, all in the goal of putting Iran into a pressure box so they can react in the way they want them to react. Iran has cancelled funerals of the generals that were unalived by the first strike by Israel. Normally when people are unalived, they will go to, do the celebration and funerals and stuff. Well, they've cancelled it. Why have they cancelled it? It's evident. They probably don't want to be a next target because, as we know, they could come and strike again while they are burying other people. So they've cancelled this. Iranian authorities have executed a man accused of espionage for the Israeli intelligence service Mossad. The supposed spies were found with explosive materials, drones and launchers. Iran also said that it had arrested 2 individuals accused of being members of the Israeli intelligence agency while they were preparing explosive and electronic devices. So we know that the attack by Israel was not just by air, okay? Even though they had about 300 airplanes coming to bombard Iran, they also apparently had people in Iran that used several drones to go and explode the defensive system of Iran. So the attacks come from the air and from internally. Obviously, are all these people Israeli? Well, Israelis and Arabs look very similar. Now, it becomes very difficult to sort of separate them. Therefore, you need a higher level of intelligence to understand that amongst you there are people. And also, when you talk about spies are not necessarily foreigners. You can have somebody from your country spying from another country. So Iran apparently have unalived several Mossad spies who were found with details showing that they were cooperating and operating for the Israeli intelligence service. While the Yemeni Houthis have also claimed targeting Israel with a hypersonic ballistic missile. So as Iran was bombarding Israel, Houthis from Yemen also bombarded Israel. Now, for those of you who don't know, Houthis and Israel don't get along. Houthis have been there for a long time, but one of the purposes for which they fight today, they say they try to defend people from Gaza because they feel like people from Gaza are being subjected to something they don't deserve. Therefore, they will stand with everything they have against Israel and all of their supporters, including the United States of America and Britain. These people have targeted even American warships. So they claim that they've hit several sites in Israel as Iran was bombarding Israel. Israeli forces conducted also an airstrike against Yemen. They were targeting the chief of staff of Houthis, Abdullah al-Gramari. Now, was he unalived? Question mark, we're not sure. The Israeli confirmed conducting an attack to eliminate him. The Houthis said nothing negative happened to them amid of that attack. Israel has asked Iran through Western countries and intermediaries to stop attacks and return to the nuclear negotiation. This is per a senior Iranian individual. So this senior Iranian individual say Israel has asked them through intermediaries to go and sit down and have a talk to stop the attack. Is this correct? Well, we don't know because Israel has not confirmed this. While Donald Trump has reacted to all of this, Donald Trump has publicly urged Israel and Iran to make a deal. This is something he said on Truth Media. He said, come and make a deal, sit together and talk. I mean, a lot of people expected, some people believe that Trump or the United States of America would get involved as soon as Iran hit back. But this has not happened. Even though we hear information saying that the US has flown aeroplanes to shoot down some of the drones and the missiles launched by Iran, but they have not had any direct impact. Was this attack perhaps a way to get Iran to come to the table and negotiate? And they don't necessarily want an all-out war against Iran. Question mark. Is Donald Trump perhaps not as reliable as Israel think of him? Or this is just a strategy that he's using? That's another question mark. China has apparently sent 2 cargo airplanes to Iran. The airplanes supposedly carrying defense materials and many other equipment for the Iranian government to reinforce the strategic position after being bombarded by Israel. As per the news we have, this airplane switched off its transponders as soon as it entered the Iranian airspace, so it wasn't detected as soon as it got there. The Chinese government has not confirmed this, but will they confirm it if they had an opportunity? Question. Let me know how you feel about this, fellas. Who do you think is right in this situation? Who has the right to respond? Did they perhaps bite more than they could chew by attacking Iran in its territory? Is Iran perhaps shooting their oldest missiles to try to overwhelm the enemy's defense system and later on keeping the best missile, the most expensive, the most recent, the most effective for the later stage? Let me know how you feel about this. It was a great pleasure. God bless.